Good evening, everybody. Fáilte Rómh go léir. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Or if you're watching a recording of this, welcome to our Alban Eilir Connacht on Ari Spring Equinox ceremony brought to you by the Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids. Emer Burke here, and I'd like to welcome you all and just see where you're all from. So we have Torquay, lovely Gibraltar, lovely to see you. New Zealand, lovely Taiwan, Guildford, Austria, South Carolina, New York, Florida, just wonderful to see you. Minnesota, Seattle, Georgia, Finland, Norway, my goodness, Canada, absolutely wonderful to see you all. Indiana, Switzerland, Cheshire, West Sussex. Welcome, Kerry. Oh, it's Kerry in Connecticut, not Kerry, Ireland. France, Doncaster, wonderful to see you all. So let me introduce you to our grove today. We are going to Canada, to Calgary, and our ceremony this evening has been held by the Chinook Hills Grove.
Greetings and welcome from Chinook Hills Grove. We began as a seed group in 2014 and have met continuously for ceremonies, walks, and other community events here in our home city of Calgary. Where our rivers come together has been a meeting place for thousands of years and is known as Mackinsis by the Indigenous Blackfoot peoples of this land. Calgary sits at a place where the prairies meet the mountains, a place we call the foothills. Chinooks are an unusual weather phenomenon in this area that bring wild changes in temperature and vast arcing cloud formations. Our grove name, Chinook Hills, represents our love and coexistence with our landscape. I'm Jane. I'm originally from Manchester in the UK, which is the place of my ancestors. I'm a direct settler in this land and one of the founding members of Chinook Hills Grove. Today in our ceremony, I will represent a voice of the Druids.
Greetings all. My name is Rosie. I have lived in Calgary most of my life, but my ties to this land run deep. I am a descendant of many women sent from France to settle this land as daughters of the king. My blood also flows from Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales. I will be in the north today.
Welcome all. I am Arthur, a second-generation OBOD member, following both of my parents on this path. I was born in Saskatchewan and am now living in Calgary, Alberta, and I will be in the east.
Hi, my name is Paul. I was born in our largest city, Toronto, but I was raised in the desert badlands of Alberta, now calling Calgary home. I will be fulfilling the role of the South.
Hello, everyone. My name is Beatrice. I live near the confluence of our two rivers, the Bow and the Elbow, here in Mackinsis Treaty 7. I am from Unamaki, which is part of Mi'kmaq, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, whom I am proud to include among my ancestors, along with United Empire Loyalist, British, Irish, Scottish, American, and Acadian peoples. Unamaki is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship on the east coast of Canada. The English name for my homeland is Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. I will be in the west and leading the meditation.
Hello, everyone. I bid you welcome from Calgary. I am Rebecca of Celtic and Norse ancestry, originally from Ontario, British Columbia, and now Alberta, Canada. I will be the herald.
Hi, welcome from the city centre of Calgary. I'm Cassandra, from England originally, then Australia, and now Calgary. I will be the lady.
Hello, my name is Alex, and I am from Calgary, Alberta. I will be the Mabon today.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Heather, and I was born and raised here in Calgary. Our distant ancestors came from many places over the ocean, and we are descendants of many generations who have called Alberta home. I too will represent a voice of the Druids. During today's ceremony, we wish you to interact with us. We invite you to stand in your own home or your own inner grove to call the quarters and to cast your circle with us. Throughout the ceremony, you will hear cues for these and a pause allowing you to join us. We will begin our ceremony with a land acknowledgement from Indigenous elders of this place, traditionally called Mokinstis, a Blackfoot word used to describe the landscape of what is now known as Calgary. To build respectful relationships, acknowledging the land is an important part of reconciliation and an important part of our ceremonies. We will now watch a video, and our apologies that the volume may be a bit low on it. However, there are subtitles.
Acknowledgement.
Those of us that are continuing our oral history are blessed. What we shared, that was told from way back. Many, many years ago, my great uncle asked my grandfather, "How long have we been here?" He relayed a story about carrying our way of life as Nitsitapi, the Blackfoot-speaking people. The prairie region was dominated by the prairie grizzly bear. The prairie grizzly bear said, "You have to make treaty with everything in this prairie land. The animals, the birds, the fish, the water, the hills, the rocks. They all live in beings." He said, "I will move to the southern region." And so they became Sokitsitapi, the people of the plains, of the open country.
We were part of the ecosystem. We were not masters of it. The buffalo and the moose and the elk and the antelope and the deer and the grass and the trees were more than us.
We were raised to believe that everything has a spirit and that everything around us is alive and has a purpose.
We praise Creator, Giver of life. We give thanks to Mother Earth.
You know, after we grow up from our biological mothers, the earth becomes our caregiver. Everything that we need is there.
And we're supposed to honor the Creator with all our life. And we're supposed to look after the gift of the land that He gave us to live on.
For us, the land tells us the story. I mean, it's just story after story. Oh, this happened here, this happened here, this happened over here.
Mokinstis, the story is not be the old man standing with his bow and his elbows on this side.
That was how our warriors pictured the landscape.
All the tributaries run into the bow. It's the mother of all water that flows through. When people came there, they asked, "What's the name of this river?" They said, "We cut our bow from the choke cherry trees. They're strong and powerful. We named this river the Bow, Nambachta."
I was born and raised in a road allowance, a strip of land that the farmers didn't want and the government didn't have no use for. Métis were just out on their own. We didn't belong anywhere. In Treaty 7 territory, I'm accepted, I'm something, and I'm with my people.
Because you're in the territory of your ancestors, no, this is home. Something that we pass on to our children and to our grandchildren.
This land has to be acknowledged. The people that took care of this land for a long time have to be acknowledged. At least find the truth about us.
I'm a residential school survivor. But it's up to me to have courage and go back and learn the ways of my people. The elders will say, I pray that the young people will not forget the Creator. The true acknowledgement of the land every day.
We honor our ancestors by acknowledging Treaty 7 territory. We acknowledge the Treaty 7 nations, the Piikani First Nation, the Siksika First Nation, the Gana First Nation, the Stoney Nakoda First Nations, and the Tsuut'ina First Nation. We acknowledge the ancestral territory of the Siksikaitsitapi, the Blackfoot Confederacy, and the home of Métis Region number 3.
By the power of star and stone, by the power of the land within and without, by all that is fair and free, we welcome you to this ride of Alban Eilir in the grove of Chinook Hills.
We have come from east and west, north and south, from every corner of the globe to be here together today.
Let us take 3 breaths, together with the earth beneath us, together with the equinox sky above us, and together with the distant sea and ever-flowing rivers around us.
With the blessings of earth, sea, and sky, may our ceremony begin.
Let us all begin by saluting the East. O Great Spirit, we greet you and honor you and ask for your blessings. O Spirit of this place, O Spirit of this circle, we ask for your blessings, your guidance, and your inspiration on this, our ceremony.
Let us each in our own homes and in our own lands stand and begin by each giving peace to the quarters, for without peace can no work be.
May there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in the south.
May there be peace in the west.
May there be peace in the east. May there be peace throughout the whole world.
Let us join together in this prayer that unites all Druids everywhere. Grant, O Spirit, thy protection, and in protection strength, and in strength understanding, and in understanding knowledge, and in knowledge the knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice the love of it, and in that love the love of all existences, and in the love of all existences the love of spirit and all goodness. Let all disturbing thoughts be laid aside as we cast this circle together. Our circle will expand and extend to surround each presence on this globe.
The circle of our horizon, of our lives and lands, of time and of the year, of seasons and of goodness, of birth and of growing, of dying and of rebirth, is marked by our presence here. We stand together in the light of the sun, here and now, between past and future. This is sacred time. This is sacred space. As we all cast our circle, the enchantment of the apparent world subsides. We stand together in the eye of the sun, here and now, past and future.
Now let us consecrate the circle with water and with fire.
May our circle be purified and blessed with the element of water, drawn from the confluence of the Bow and Elbow rivers here in Mohkinstsis.
May our circle be purified and blessed with the element of fire.
We gather as equals in our physical form here upon the earth. Each presence is a blessing, and with every breath we take, we breathe light and life into this global circle.
Let the four directions be honored. Again, each from your own homes and in your own lands. And let the gateways of the quarters be opened, that peace, power, and radiance might enter our circle for the good of all beings.
With the blessing of the hawk of dawn soaring in the clear, pure air, we call upon the peace and the power of the East.
With the blessing of the great stag in the heat of the chase and the inner fire of the sun, we call upon the peace and power of the south.
With the blessing of the salmon of wisdom, who dwells within the sacred waters of the pool, we call upon the peace and the power of the west.
With the blessing of the great bear of the starry heavens and the deep and fruitful earth, we call upon the peace and the power of the north.
May the harmony of our circle be complete.
Everyone, please sit and be comfortable.
I proclaim the festival of Alban Eilir, the light of the earth, at the time of the spring equinox.
I proclaim the symmetry of day and night.
I proclaim the equipoise of summer and winter.
I proclaim the time of natural balance. This earth will support me.
This seed will inspire me.
This ash will nourish me.
This water will support me.
May the shining sun be a father to us. May the glowing moon be a mother to us. May the lights of heaven and earth guide us on our journey. Now our day and night in perfect balance. In this time, here in our place upon the earth, the ground is still frozen. We look to the spring that is to come and thank the beauty of the evergreen for taking us through the white months.
In this symbol of evergreens, these living plants, I offer you a symbol of Alban Eilir, of the spring that is yet to come in our lands.
We thank the Mabon for this gift of 3 plants, signifying the 3 bars of light of the spring which will come with the strengthening light.
I offer to this circle and for this celebration this pot of planted seeds as a universal symbol of spring.
We thank the Mabon for these gifts, signifying the rising powers of light.
There is one who stands outside our circle. She's the Lady Caridwen. And I ask her now to enter, that we may bid her welcome.
In different lands, we are experiencing the season in different ways. Some places are green and the first flowers are peeking through the ground. In other places, like here in Calgary, there are still blankets of snow. Yet we all stand in the place of balance, the equality of light and dark. We come to this gateway time after time, and never do we come to the same gateway twice. Today, we shall pass once more through this gateway that is ancient yet ever new. I, the Lady, invite you now to journey through the seasons and enter together into the bright half of the year. I am the great womb of the year. Come to me when you need summer, when you are ripe and gold and full, when your granaries overflow and the buzz of bees is your song. Come when you are sweet, heavy contentment and long twilight eves. I am the great womb of the year. Come to me when you need autumn. Come when you are brittle, falling, failing, letting go. When the vines are pruned and the roses blown. When your nights are chill and the tide is ebbing slow. I am the great womb of the year. Come to me when you need winter. Come when you are snowflake, icicle and storm. When the sun never rises and all birds are flown. Come when the flesh hangs on your bones and the grave knocks on your door. I am the great womb of the year. Come to me when you need spring. Come when you are burgeoning and green, when the sap of life is running strong, when you are fiery, dancing, mating fury, when you are tender nurturer, when you are young. I am the great womb of the year. Come and be reborn.
As the Lady invites us to be reborn in the spring, let us each take a moment to become comfortable and prepare to enter our sacred inner groves. Now, light your candle and place it somewhere safe. Gaze at the candle. Soften your gaze or close your eyes, whatever feels most comfortable for you at this moment to be fully present in your inner world. Now we will enter our sacred groves. Follow the path most familiar to you. Let us focus our intentions during this meditation on planting and nurturing seeds of peace. In your mind's eye, in the eastern quarter of your sacred grove, you see a large clay pot filled with soil. Beside it are a full watering can, a small trowel, and a tiny brown paper packet. Open the packet. Inside, you find 6 seeds of peace, one each for you, your family and friends, your community, your country, our international OBOD community, and the whole world. Use the trowel to dig 6 holes in the soil as you say softly, "Deep within the still center of my being, may I find peace." Silently, within the quiet of the grove, may I share peace. Gently, within the greater circle of humankind, may I radiate peace. Place one seed in a hole for each of the following lines of Caitlin Matthews' Litany for Peace. For we have prayed for peace, unknowing of what we truly ask. Peace cannot come into the house where love is unwelcome. Peace cannot come into the land where injustice and oppression live. Peace cannot enter or be fostered in souls that still engage in dispute. Peace does not come meekly and unarmed. Peace needs the pathway of our will to change. Peace will not come to the troubled world unless we first invite it under our own roof. Peace, I am disarming myself of the need to be right. Peace, I am disclaiming my need to feel superior. Peace, I am dissolving my contract with fear. Peace, I am removing my armor of anger. Peace, I am dismantling my anxious illusions. Peace, I am ringing down the curtain on my theater of war. Peace, I am undoing the locks and bolts. O sevenfold peace, it is I who kept you out. Come in and be welcome. Now use the trowel to cover your seeds of peace with soil and gently water them with the watering can. We have just planted 6 seeds of peace in our sacred groves. As Heather plays the harp, consider what you would like to reap from these seeds of peace. Reflect on how we, as bards, Ovates, and Druids, all over this world, in this circle, in this time, can both embody and live in peace. It is now time to return from our sacred groves and come back together as a community to the here and now. We invite you to leave your inner grove by the way you entered. When you feel ready, open your eyes.
As seeds are sown in the earth, so they are sown in our hearts, in our minds, and in our lives.
At this time of equinox, we ask and give thanks for the blessings of Giria, the sacred hare, that we may welcome the promise of rebirth, the blessing of the goddess, and the guidance of our intuition.
And now is the time of recall. As the light dies down, let it be relit in our hearts. May our memories hold what the eye and ear have gained.
We ask everyone to join us now as we mark our vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow.
May the spirits of the four directions be thanked for their blessings.
Of the starry heavens, we give thanks for the peace and the power of earth.
In the name of the salmon of wisdom and the element of water, we give our thanks for the peace and the power of the West.
In the name of the great stag and the element of fire, we give our thanks for the peace and the power of the south.
In the name of the hawk of dawn and the element of air, we give our thanks for the peace and the power of the east.
May the harmony of the land be complete.
May the blessings of the Great Spirit be always with us. This ceremony ends in peace, as in peace it began. Now is the time to uncast our circle. I declare this ceremony of Alban Eilir closed in the apparent world. May its inspiration continue within our beings. Thank you to everyone near and far for joining us today. With special thanks to Cassandra for sharing her own poem, I Am the Great Womb of the Year. May the strengthening light nurture all our seeds of hope.
Thank you for sharing this ceremony with us in all our groves. May the blessings of new beginnings come to fruition in your life.
You're muted.
Thank you for sharing this ceremony with us in our groves around Mother Earth. May the Great Spirit bless us all with peace, unity, and love today and throughout all the turnings of the wheel of the year.
On behalf of Chinook Hills Grove, I'd like to extend a special thanks to Caitlin Matthews, who granted us permission to use her beautiful litany for peace as part of our meditation today. I wish all of you a happy Alban Eilir from the river's confluence here in Mohkinstsis Treaty 7.
Thank you again for joining us in this celebration. May the Great Spirit and the spirits of Hearth and Wild grant you peace, prosperity, and love as spring breathes life into the earth once more.
Thank you all for joining us from around the world. Blessings of the Great Spirit to you all, and farewell.
Thank you all for joining us in this ceremony. May the blessings of spring follow us through to Beltane.
As we move from the place of ceremony to our everyday lives, may we nourish the seeds of hope and peace in our homes and communities. Peace to all from everyone at Chinook Hills Grove.
Thank you. Thank you again to the Chinook Hills Grove for an absolutely wonderful ceremony. I'd also like to thank Penny and Arthur Billington. It's they who do the invites and the thank yous. The beautiful, this year's theme is Ogham trees. So thank you both. And also thank you for coming and for taking part in this ceremony. And special thanks to our Druid brothers and sisters in the Southern Hemisphere. A number of you are here, but you too this weekend are celebrating your autumn equinox. So a special mention to you and a special hello to you all down there. So thank you all again for coming. And I'm just looking at the lovely comments, and it's so heartening that we have this online community. So you are also part of this community. So before I say goodbye, just to remind you, you have 20 minutes to go and get a drink or have a snack or a comfort break. Dave the Bard is doing his house gig online on the same platform in 20 minutes. So hopefully you'll be able to enjoy a nice Eisteddfod fud after this ceremony. Thank you again for coming here, and I look forward to seeing you at our next ceremony. And I am going to put up that will be for Bealtaine, and that will be on the 30th of April. So until then, be well. May your seed planting produce wonderful flowers and blossoms in your life. Until then, slán go fóill.
Haze of an elderberry hang heavy and bright in the shortening days. Bright as a banner, the autumn leaves burn red in the old sun sky rays. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and returns again. The air burns on and the wood in autumn gathers itself for the winter's pain. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and returns again. The air burns on and the wood in autumn gathers itself for the winter's pain. When winter bites and the leaves are falling, through the hawthorn cold winds run through dwindling days. The cool-leaved holly keeps safe the memory of the sun. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The air burns low, but the winter wood still holds the memory of of the spring. The dance goes on, it's never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The year burns low, but the winter wood still holds the memory of the spring. Still holds the memory of the spring. Still holds the memory of the spring.